everybody, No here, and this is a quick commentary on the Amazing Athiests' latest video, God and Evolution BFF? Question mark. I personally disagree with this video, although I do respect TJ's opinion and appreciate how he is brutally honest.
Hey everybody, Amazing Atheists here. How the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing very fucking well, thank you.
You know, there's a group of people that call themselves Theistic Evolutionists, and they believe in the theory of evolution as well as the divine creator. And, you know, sometimes it's someone who believes in a divine creator as well as the Big Bang.
And I see no problem with this, considering how many fundies are out there who deny science altogether.
So they believe that we came about by a natural process, but that this natural process was guided by a supernatural force. So in other words, everything that you know about evolution, you know, natural selection, random genetic mutation, you know, all of those components of evolution, they are all somehow controlled and manipulated by an all-powerful being who is looking to create specific results. You know?
Not necessarily. I don't now, I'm not an expert on theistic evolutionists myself because I am not one. However, to the best of my knowledge, theistic evolutionists consider that evolution is like a computer program. When you would create a computer program for a computer or a robot, you would want it to have a specific task and have specific outcomes and be able to react to specific situations with a lot of robots are programmed to do today. And they just consider God to be the one who's making the program and evolution to be the process, the program in itself that's creating everybody.
I didn't know that it was that easy to reconcile the naturalistic and the supernatural. It's simply both. Why?
Yeah, you learn something new every day, don't you?
Settle for one good explanation when you can have two at the same time.
It's not two at the same time, it's a combination of both.
Sure, there was a Big Bang, but, you know, God probably kick-started it. And sure, the diversity of life on Earth is due to a natural process called evolution, but God was there watching and protecting certain species and, you know, nudging things this way or that, trying to kind of steer it towards, you know, us, the ultimate creatures on God's green Earth, of course. Hey,
not really. I don't think God was supposed to be deliberately pulling or pushing or guiding it in a specific way. However, he knew what the program was going to achieve, and he knew how it was going to turn out. And so perhaps he shows human beings being the first ones to develop such intellect to be able to comprehend him as being in his image, or something like that. His, you know, main children, not playing. Perhaps he is playing favourites, perhaps he's not. I'm not a theistic evolutionist myself, so I can't really say. But I'm quite sure that it's not deliberately, you know, just pulling the strings like a puppet master.
Hey, and you know the theory of gravity? Yeah, sure, objects are pulled down by gravity, but they're also pulled down by goblins with magic invisible strings. Ooh, yeah. So wait. What? Where on earth
did that come from? That's a complete non sequitur. This is not related to theistic evolution at all. This concept is not what theistic evolutionists believe.
Even if gravity wasn't pulling them down, the goblins would be pulling them down. See?
Wait, no. God is not supposed to be an alternative to evolution. God is supposed to be the creator of the process that is evolution. He is, you know, making what evolution is. He is not also controlling things separately. He is not a separate force that is also working. He is the creator of the force, which is evolution.
How much two explanations just makes more sense than just one? And you know...
Wait, no, it's just one explanation. It's combining two explanations into one.
Newton's first law of motion? That's true. You know, an object won't move until it's acted upon by another object, but at the same time, they're also moved by magic pixies. Pixies and inertia. Whee!
Facepalm. No, this is not how things are working. If theistic evolutionists believe that, you know, Newton's third law of motion was, whatever it is, was created by God, they would believe that God was the programmer and the creator of that process, like evolution, not always directly acting upon it.
It's fun! See, there's a naturalistic world where everything can be proved rationally, but then right behind the curtain, there's a supernatural magical world that we can't prove in any way, but just assume exists because... why?
Well, this begs the question, why do people have religion in the first place? I think it's because people consider... well, let's put it this way. People are always asking why. Why is this happening? Why are we here? Why does this happen to me? And I think even theistic evolutionists consider evolution to be the how, God is the why. God is the why we are here. He gives us the purpose in our lives, and He has created us via the process that is evolution. And I also want to make clear that one of my key philosophies is from the Wiccan Read, even though I'm not a Wiccan myself. It reads, "And it harm none, do what ye will." If someone wants to believe that evolution is the process by a god, the Christian god, maybe Buddha, Ada, Zeus, Thor, Odin, or the flying spaghetti monster or the invisible pink unicorn, let them. A belief on its own is not detrimental. It's how that belief influences the person and how they act upon the belief that becomes a problem. And so if people want to be a theistic evolutionist, I do not see an issue, because it's better than being a fundy, and they understand how evolution is important to our society and affects our daily living, rather than just denying it altogether, and they can still believe in this supernatural that they feel gives them more purpose in their life.
Why would you believe in a God if you already have an explanation in evolution? Why would you believe that God created man when evolution already provides the answer to that question? Why would you believe that God created the universe when the Big Bang already provides an answer to that question? Doesn't make much sense, folks. Just doesn't make much fucking sense.
I think it makes a lot more sense than, you know, he's willing to admit. If he twists it around like the way he did, it doesn't make much sense. However, if you had the philosophy that everything must have a purpose and things that can't just happen and be there for no reason, then it makes more sense to believe that we were put here by a supernatural creator than if you were just to believe that this just came about on its own. You are free to believe that it came about on its own if you want. However, that doesn't, for me included, just things being there doesn't quite suffice. It doesn't quite make the world feel quite complete. And so having the supernatural there kind of adds another element to there. I may not be religious myself, but I still believe that there is some level of supernatural there which cannot currently be explained by science. And if you'll pardon the Transformers-esque reference, I believe there is more than meets the eye to this world. This is just me personally. Anyway, if you like this video and want to correct me being a theistic evolution yourself, please leave a comment. And this is Nemo60, and I shall see you all on the dark side of the moon.